Grace met with Beyond Stillness over the course of 5 weeks to articulate and publicly share this story of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope. To learn more about our programs, services, or to sponsor a guest on their story crafting journey, please visit www.beyondstillness.org. This story is presented in partnership with Santa Clara County's Stroke Awareness Foundation. We're honored to amplify voices from Santa Clara County and the surrounding areas. Visit www.strokeinfo.org to learn more. This week on Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, we welcome guest Grace Tsang. On October 30th, 2021, her friends spotted the signs of stroke, slurred speech, a drooping face, and got her the swift, comprehensive care that saved her life and improved her outcomes. But healing didn't stop there. Grace shares how choosing gratitude and a new perspective helped her rebuild not just her body, but her outlook. Join us as Grace reflects on the lessons that continue to shape how she lives today. Thank you for joining us for part 1. Grace Tsang's story. Hello and welcome to Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke. Stroke offers a powerful, life-changing shift in perspective. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. Beyond Stillness offers a moment of pause for storytelling and reflection. Ultimately, we create a welcoming environment that reveres the moment beyond stroke's paralysis. Still moments unite humanity and divinity. I'm your host, Molly Bucola. As we begin today, we take a moment of pause. A moment to honor the way that wisdom has emerged through recovery. And we give thanks. Now, Grace's story.
On October 30th, 2021, my life changed. It began at brunch with my friends Wendy and Chi, who asked me to help them find a home. We laughed, enjoyed great food, and caught up before heading out to tour a few houses. First stop, Willow Glen. We stepped inside the nicely staged and well-lit home. But almost immediately, something felt off. A musty smell lingered in the air, a potential sign of mold. Instinctively, I switched into real estate mode, doing what I did best, advising my clients. We should check the inspection reports for any signs of standing water beneath the property, I began to say. But the words didn't come out right. I tried again and again. My tongue fumbled. I paused, shook it off. Just a weird moment of tongue-tied awkwardness, I thought to myself. Nothing to worry about. Then suddenly, Wendy was right next to me, her hand gently gripping my arm. Let's step outside for a second. Her voice was calm but urgent. It felt odd, but why didn't I resist? I let her guide me to the sidewalk and sat down, closing my eyes for a moment. Why did I let her lead me to the curb? I was in a daze. A wave of confusion washed over me. Then I heard her voice, tight with urgency. She's having a stroke, call 911. A stroke? No, that couldn't be right. I felt fine. Maybe a little lightheaded from wearing a mask, but a stroke? What is she talking about? Minutes later, the paramedics arrived. They fired off questions. What's your name? How old are you? What's today's date? I answered, but everything felt distant. I heard them rifling through my wallet, probably checking my insurance to determine which hospital to take me to. Before I knew it, I was in the ER at Good Samaritan Hospital, lying still as the MRI machine whirled around my head. A nurse wheeled an iPad next to my bed. A doctor appeared on the screen. "Are you sure I'm having a stroke?" I asked, still unconvinced. But he confirmed it. A clot on the right side of my brain. "We're determining your weight so that we know how much medication to give you." Then the nurse asked me to move my left arm. I tried. Nothing. A sickening wave of realization hit me. I couldn't feel my left hand. I couldn't even locate it in space. It was the strangest, most foreign sensation. In my mind, I was still thinking logically. Okay, if I could just use my right hand to find my left hand, then I surely can move it. But I hesitated. Well, but maybe I wasn't supposed to move because of the scanning that's happening. Maybe I should just stay still for the scan. My brain was reasoning through it all, convincing me that everything was fine. My brain is working. How could I be having a stroke? Then finally, the doctor administered the clot-busting drug, TPA. They began to wheel my bed down the hall. I continued to wriggle my right hand and toes. I laid there, still unable to find my left hand or toes. A few minutes passed. And then, miraculously, I felt something. A flicker, a faintest moment. My left hands wriggled. My left fingers wiggled. Relief crashed over me like a tidal wave. What a miracle. When they delivered me to an ER station, adrenaline pumped through my veins as I sat in stillness. I was trying to process everything that had just happened. I felt fine, but just a little tired. The ER on this quiet Saturday before Halloween was eerily calm. The machines around me hummed and beeped intermittently. A flood of questions filled my mind. How do I look? Is my face deformed? Do I sound funny? Will I have another stroke any moment now? When can I go home? What caused this? Could it be the COVID vaccine? Do I have permanent brain damage? What happens now? Can I still work? These questions built and fueled my adrenaline. Restless, I called my mom, texted my friends, and even posted on Facebook. Conversations with my mom felt odd. I wasn't crying, but was she? I couldn't tell. I reassured her I was fine and told her not to worry. But after I hung up, doubt crept in. Should I have called her at all? She was thousands of miles away, worried sick, and there was nothing she could do. Then I realized there was nothing I could do. The floodgates opened, calls from friends, voices laced with concern. I reassured them too. I'm fine. I'm okay. But were they thinking I might die? Could I? Could I just drop dead any moment? After several uneventful days at the hospital, I was finally discharged. It felt good to return home, the same familiar, comforting place I had known for the past 11 years. I sank into the couch, exhausted. The TPA drug was still working its way through my system and would leave me drained for weeks. Everything in my home looked the same, yet I felt different. My typically jam-packed schedule, stretching from 6 a.m. until late into the night and planned down to the minute with constant multitasking, suddenly came to a screeching halt. Am I still the same type A, fast-paced, top-producing real estate agent and supermom? Or am I different now? At that moment, I felt lonely, maybe a little broken too. In hindsight, I realized I was going through the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. At first, I slept a lot, clinging to the hope that the whole ordeal was just a bad dream. But when reality set in, anger took over. Was it all the bacon and sugar I ate that led to this? Then, on multiple occasions, I broke down in tears, overwhelmed that I had lost control over my body and, in a sense, my future too. It was unsettling. I was grieving. I was mourning the healthy version of myself. People kept saying I was lucky that Wendy and Chi noticed the signs of stroke and I received quick and comprehensive care. But in those moments on the couch, I saw things differently. The grief was palpable and the uncertainty weighed. Amidst the endless self-loathing and overthinking, I suddenly had a moment of clarity. For the past decade, I've been busy raising kids and building my real estate business from the ground up. I honestly couldn't remember the last time I took a real break. But this pause, the unexpected abundance of space and time, turned out to be incredibly healing. Slowly but surely, I gained enough strength physically and mentally to ask myself, where do I go from here? Do I let the situation get the best of me? Or is there another way to look at it? I needed to reach that moment on my own. If you change the way you look at things, the things you looked at change. Wayne Dyer. I felt lost, hurt, and in despair. I was also at a crossroad. I knew I had a choice. I could sit back, give up, and let the situation dictate my path, or I could take a deep breath, stand tall, and make the decision to face life head on. The choice in that moment changed the course of my life. In this crossroads moment in my life, I could let the negative thoughts pull me down, sap my joy, and spiral me into a heavy, depressed, and unmotivated place. In this crossroads moment in my life, I could let the negative thoughts pull me down, sap my joy, and spiral me into a heavy, depressed, and unmotivated place. Or I could choose positivity, because I know positivity amplifies, expands, and lifts me up. I chose positivity, and I instantly felt lighter. Once I made the decision, I asked myself, what can I do with the resources I have now? I researched what may have caused my stroke. If stress had been a contributing factor to my stroke, no problem. I signed up for a transcendental meditation class to learn how to better manage stress. If the hole in my heart, a condition called PFO, played a role, I took matters into my own hands and found a doctor who would close it for me. If lifestyle and diet were factors, I dove into books and seminars and was determined to learn more about aging gracefully and making meaningful lifestyle changes for myself and my family. Old habits died hard, but that positive mindset helped a lot for this one. I changed the way I looked at things, and my life was beginning to take shape too. Through these small yet positive steps, I gained knowledge, a deep appreciation for life, and a renewed sense of empowerment. I now see my experience with stroke an opportunity to change the way I looked at life. As a result, my life has changed. I'm grateful to live in Santa Clara County, where the Stroke Awareness Foundation changed legislation so that those experiencing stroke symptoms are rushed to the nearest comprehensive stroke center. Research shows that timeline response not only did it improve the outcome of my stroke, but it may have saved my life, a life I love living. These days, I feel expansive and want to lift others. I have dedicated myself to stroke awareness by using my social media platform to interview fellow stroke survivors and shed light on their journeys of resilience and recovery. I also share my story with my real estate clients, hoping to help them prepare for life's unexpected events and better protect what matters most, their home and their family, should the unexpected happen. This sharing of passion for stroke awareness has led me to Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke, and to the Stroke Awareness Foundation. Per the law of attraction, the more I share positivity, gratitude, and my can-do ways, the more like-minded people and communities show up in my life. I now enthusiastically support these organizations because together we can make a bigger impact. I am forever grateful for my angels, Wendy and Chi, who came to my aid when I needed it the most. And I hope to use my transformed mindset, personal experience, and platform to raise stroke awareness so that anyone can become an angel to stroke patients, offering critical help in those life-saving moments. Together, we can support future stroke survivors and improve outcomes for countless lives. Thank you.
Storytelling empowers us to share our experiences in a way that invites others to reflect on their own. In closing, we offer reflection questions as an opportunity to spark dialogue with yourself, friends, family, or fellow stroke survivors. In a moment, I will read questions aloud. You can also find them written in the podcast episode description. Community conversation prompts. What changes in perspective helped you rebuild both physically and emotionally after your stroke? How has the experience of stroke reshaped your approach to self-care and wellness?
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org.
Thank you for listening to Part 1, Grace Tsang's story. Stick with us for Part 2, Grace Tsang's interview. Each colorful memory creates a parable for life's greater teachings, a compass for journeys ahead, and inspired wisdom for unique growth. Grace's journey is a powerful reminder that recognizing stroke signs early can save lives and improve outcomes, and that healing is more than physical. It's also about mindset, gratitude, and how we shift our perspective on the journey forward. If you found value in today's episode, please like, share, subscribe, or leave a review so others can find these powerful stories too. And remember, as part of the stroke community, you are more than supportive. You are inspirational. This story is presented in partnership with Santa Clara County's Stroke Awareness Foundation, that's founded on the mission to bring life-saving, standardized stroke treatment to Santa Clara County, California. Today, all 10 hospitals in Santa Clara County are stroke certified. For over 2 decades, the Stroke Awareness Foundation has raised awareness and empowered the community through education on the warning signs of stroke. The Stroke Awareness Foundation works to reach all of our communities through multilingual Be Fast education. Know the signs, save a life. Recognizing stroke symptoms quickly improves stroke outcomes and can make all the difference. Together, we save lives and improve the health of our community. These are common stroke symptoms. Be fast. B, balance, sudden loss of balance or coordination. E, eyes, sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes. F, face, facial drooping or uneven smile. A, arms, weakness or numbness in one arm. S, speech, slurred speech or difficulty speaking. T, time to call 911